Anyone who's watched the NBA lately knows how special Nikola Jokic is on the court.
Every night, he proves the argument of eras is a bold-faced lie. If you're not following, let me explain. Recently, there's been a trend of folks on social media disrespecting all of the game's greats.
Mike wasn't all that good of a defender.
Mike who?
Jordan.
People using clips like this to say the stars of yesterday wouldn't stand a chance in the game today.
We done with the 90s. Ain't got no left.
But while the athleticism in today's game has stretched far beyond the limits of what once was, the argument that stars like Jerry West, Dr. J, or Michael Jordan wouldn't dominate is simply not true.
And the more you look at a guy like Jokic and the way he's been able to dominate, the more you'll see exactly what we mean. No one mixes up a 29-year-old big man with a physical specimen on the court. I mean, forget today. Even in the 90s, there were probably 200 more athletic, more agile players in the game.
Yet and still, he's killing today's players, stacking MVPs, and getting whatever he wants out there on the court. It makes you think, if Jokic is doing all this, then Bird would get arrested for sorcery for what he'd do in today's NBA.
Facts, man. On May 29th, 1986, the NBA handed Larry Bird his third consecutive MVP award, a feat that was done for just the third time in NBA history. This was a milestone that capped off one of the greatest stretches of basketball in NBA history.
And in a league with the likes of Dr. J, Michael Jordan, Magic, Charles Barkley, this man was able to rattle off 3 MVPs, 2 Finals MVPs, and 3 consecutive starts in the All-Star game.
Man, Bird was a problem. 37 and 10 a night until he got injured. But why is it we feel he dominated in today's NBA?
To start, just look at how he'd fit into this positionless era of basketball. To be good in one era, guys just need to fit in. But to be timeless takes a star great enough to change the way the game is played. Yep. Larry Bird revolutionized his position. As a 6'6" small forward, he could do things other forwards at the time simply couldn't.
And now, Nikola Jokic is in the process of doing the exact same thing. By any metric, he's the greatest passing big of all time.
Bird was LeBron before LeBron. He transformed the prototypical shoot-first, high-flying forward archetype into the do-it-all point forwards we see dominate the league today.
And Jokic is no different. He's following in those footsteps. The NBA has never seen a 7-footer routinely bring the ball up the court and run an offense like Nikola Jokic does. And remember that 3-year stretch we said Bird had. The Joker is in his 3-year stretch right now. He's been an all-star starter 3 years in a row. He's won 2 of the last 3 MVPs, and he got his first final MVP last season.
But the comparison doesn't just end in the record books. You can see it in their play styles too. He's too slow. He can't jump. His jumpers take too long to get off. These are all knocks the Joker has been able to overcome, and the very same narratives used to discredit Larry Legend when it comes to his fit in today's NBA. But what that take fails to consider is that the more athletic the league gets, the more valuable true skill becomes.
If every team has 5 guys with a 40-inch vert, the way to win isn't by out-jumping the opposition. And that's exactly why we've seen the Joker have so much success getting plays off like this. At the core of both their games are strong fundamentals. They cope with their lack of athleticism with unorthodox moves on the court. Just look at how they both shoot the ball from up over their heads.
He shot that from Yucatan.
Which brings us to our last point. And this doesn't just apply to Bird and Jokic. This goes for true legends of almost any era. These guys are both 2 damn good basketball minds.
The athleticism was not flashy, but the passing and creativity in their games jumps off the screen. They didn't just find guys, they passed them open. They didn't just get past faster, quicker defenders. They embarrassed them in slow motion. Think about it. Neither of these guys had high-flying dunks or lightning-quick crossovers, but were able to control the game by simply playing basketball better than anybody else.
And to do that, they had to be otherworldly in terms of their IQ, the most timeless skill of them all. Nikola Jokic, Jalen Brunson, Kyrie Irving, these guys are wizards because of their skill first, their innate feel for the game and mastery of their crafts.
But the Tim Duncans, the Larry Birds, we can't forget, these guys were wizards too, because in a game where skill reigns supreme, legends never fade. They simply adapt and redefine what it means to be great. Yes, sir. We talking about legends never fading. You want your hairline to never fade? Got to go to evanalexandergrooming.com and put that promo code hoop_plug_. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. And as always, that going to do it for another episode of the Hoop Plug. Put some flavor in your ear.
Peace.